You could change the trajectory of your life if you sacrifice the next 65 days. Sacrifice your summer and you could change the rest of your life. Okay, hear me out. If you actually lock in for the next 2 and a bit months, if you actually focus, start going to the gym, start reading books or listening to podcasts instead of wasting your time and energy on useless things and taking all that time and energy and actually put it into learning a useful skill, then you could literally change the rest of your life. I'm telling you, sacrifice your summer and actually lock in. There are people out there who are younger than you but are way ahead of you because they've invested that time and energy into something useful. They've invested it into their future. We're getting to the age, well, I'm getting to the age, I'm 21. We're getting to the age where we can't be making excuses anymore. Time won't wait for you. If you're sitting scrolling for 4 hours on TikTok before you go to bed, there is someone else out there who is reading or actually learning something new. And by the end of the summer, they could be even 2 or 3 years ahead of where you're going to be at the end of the summer if you keep doing this. A lot can change in 2 months. So if you started going to the gym today, then you could be a completely different person 2 months from now. But if you decide to keep doing what everyone else your age is doing just to fit in, you keep wasting your time, your energy, your money on things like clubbing, then that is taking away from your future. It's all about the concept of delayed gratification. And there have been loads of studies on this, but basically it's the idea of sacrificing some of your enjoyment right now, but you're sort of investing it for later on. And since it's an investment, that investment is going to increase. So when it gets to that point later in time, you're going to feel so much more fulfilled than if you just wasted it and got the little bit of enjoyment right now. There are people who are younger than you, who are more successful than you because they understood that idea of delayed gratification and actually started to build a career for themselves. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to build their own business or anything, but you decided to waste your time, your money, your energy on clubbing and partying and drinking when you could have invested all that into something that's going to make you feel more fulfilled and is literally going to change the trajectory of your life. Those people aren't wasting their lives trying to show off or fit in. They actually understand what they need to do to become successful. They are miles ahead of you because they actually committed to locking in. I mean, just look at your screen time. Don't try and hide from it, because if you've been scrolling for 4 hours on TikTok before bed, then it just shows that you don't want it bad enough. You don't want success or your dream life bad enough, because if you did, then your actions would show it. If you're deceiving yourself like that, you don't want it as badly as you think you want it. You clearly don't want it as badly as you think you want it, because if you're wasting your time just going out and getting drunk and doing nothing else, or scrolling on social media all day and doing nothing else, then it's no wonder you're behind. You're literally telling yourself that you're not worth investing that time and energy in, and you don't really want a good life for yourself. Let's be honest, how fulfilled and satisfied do you feel after scrolling on TikTok for 4 hours? From personal experience, not very. Sorry for the audio change, but this is a super important point. Because if you keep telling yourself that you're not confident and you're not going to be successful, then that is going to happen. You're never going to be confident, and you're never going to be successful. There have been so many studies showing that when you reinforce that negative self-talk or positive self-talk, that is actually going to become your reality. So in the opposite way, if you start telling yourself that you are confident and you are going to be successful, then that's going to be so much more likely to actually happen. People really underestimate the impact that can have, but trust me, if you start reinforcing that positive self-talk today, then it's going to make sacrificing your summer and actually sticking to and achieving your goals a whole lot easier. I'm going to be real with you. Here in the UK, we have to pay for our education. We don't just get it handed to us. Although we do get given a student loan, we're going to have to pay that back. And if you spend the time and money that you have going out drinking or going clubbing and you find yourself dipping into your overdraft, you need to remember that you are in debt. You literally have tens of thousands of pounds to pay back at the end of your education. And I know life can be a little bit of a dream just now because you might not have the full responsibilities of a full-time job, but eventually you're going to have to find some money to pay that loan back. So if you're just going wasting it now, then you're just making your life harder for yourself later on. So that again comes back to the idea of delayed gratification. But saying that, why would you go out and get drunk? Like, what is the benefit? You're literally spending money to poison yourself. But let's be real, going out drinking or clubbing isn't just having fun with friends for a few hours at night. It continues to the next morning. You wake up with a massive headache, feeling groggy, and you really can't perform your best for the whole rest of the day. Your day might not even have started until 1 p.m. So you've literally wasted more than half a day where you could have invested your time in something useful. Not to mention how much money you actually spent on your night out. And on top of that, you're also sacrificing your health as well. So instead of doing that, sacrifice this summer. It's time to lock in. Because now is the prime time. If you don't have anything else to do, then find something useful to do. Let's practice being in our productive girl era before it actually becomes essential and we have no idea what we're doing. One way I'm sacrificing my summer is I'm doing a business course. I have no idea about business at all, but I want to build a career for myself and I'm actually going to invest my time and energy and money into doing that. It can be so easy to get really overwhelmed by all the massive decisions that we have to make at this point in our lives with jobs, careers, your future. But what no one ever tells you is that if you do end up making the wrong decision, then there's always going to be opportunities to make other decisions that is going to take you in a completely different direction. I started uni doing an engineering degree. I didn't really know what doing an engineering degree would consist of, and I didn't enjoy the last 3 years at all. I just didn't understand any of the concepts and none of it came naturally to me. So I sacrificed the time where other people were out drinking and going clubbing. I was studying because if I didn't, then I would fail. I'm definitely not saying don't go out and have fun with your friends, but there are a whole load of ways that you can have fun with your friends without spending a whole load of money. People will call you weird for not going on nights out, but that is literally just their opinion. You were made for more than wasting your life on a few drinks. And to be honest, if these people who you think are your friends are calling you weird for not going out, then you need to question, are they really your friends? Because while they're wasting their lives, you could be investing in your future. There are only so many summers you have left before you will have a full-time job and you're not going to have such a long summer break. So yeah, enjoy the time you have with your friends right now, but also invest most of your time in learning some useful skills that are going to take your career a lot further, which could lead to you being able to take longer holidays when you actually have a full-time job. There are people out there who actually want to stop their 9 to 5. They want to be able to retire their parents and actually have some stability in their income. And you know what the difference is between you and them right now? They're locked in, and you're not. By the end of the summer, you could be a completely different person. The things that you value and put your time and money into now could completely change. There's going to be no more waking up at 1 p.m. There's going to be no more wasting your time and money on things that are trending right now but won't even be popular this time next year. There's going to be no more wasting time and energy in toxic relationships that you just know deep down are never going to work out. You need to define your goal and focus on that. Don't let yourself get distracted by things going on around you. So many people buy all these self-improvement books and they watch all these motivational videos, but they never actually take action towards their goal, so they never achieve anything. All these things can be really helpful if you actually use them right, but if you don't, if they're just there, then they can act as distractions in themselves. How many playlists do you have with these motivational videos, or how many songs or how many books have you read and you've still not taken action? The truth is, you know what to do to start. You're just procrastinating. Yeah, I get it. A lot of the time this procrastination comes because we're scared of what could happen when we step out of our comfort zone. But honestly, you'll never know unless you do it. Yes, it's going to be scary, but yes, we've all started somewhere. And it's the people who take that first step that actually go on to achieve something. I put off starting the gym for months because I was scared of what people would think of me. Now, after just 2 years, I walk in there with a whole flipping tripod because I want to film content for people like you to help give you the confidence that you need to start taking action towards your goals. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. I still am scared to go in the gym and start filming because I don't want to get in people's way. To be honest, I just want to get on with my own workout. But I have looked in and I'm committed to helping you achieve your goals and become the best version of yourself. And it all started because one summer, 2 years ago, I decided to actually commit. I started the gym, I started eating better, I started eating enough to fuel my body and invested into listening to podcasts and learning new skills. I qualified as a fitness coach while studying for one of the most intense degrees our university has to offer, and it was not easy. but the dedication I built that summer 2 years ago got me through it. You need to have a strong why behind your big overarching goal. If your why is not strong enough, then you're just going to lose motivation and falling off is going to be inevitable. But if you really don't know where to start, either with fitness or with the career you want to go into, literally just Google it. Like, Google exists for a reason, and it is a very valuable resource. Unless you're someone like me who was a little bit delulu at the start of uni and forgot that Google existed, then you have no excuses. This is your reminder that Google exists and it literally has all the information you could ever need. And if you can't find it on Google, try reading a book, try listening to a podcast, try watching all my YouTube videos if you want to learn more about fitness. Because I'm telling you, the information is all out there. You just need to take action and go look for it. You're probably going to see a whole lot of people who are younger than you, who are building $1 million businesses because they invested that time and that money and that energy early on. And it's not too late for you to do the same. It's time for you to sacrifice your summer and actually lock in. If you decide to commit today, then imagine where you could be in 2 years' time. You could be 5 years ahead of someone who didn't lock in today. And in 5 years' time, you're not going to be worrying that you didn't go out to the club that night. You'll probably have earned enough money to be able to buy the whole club. So I know it's a bit of tough love, but just be smart about it. Be smart with your money and the choices that you're making now, and your future self is going to thank you. You've got to change your perspective. It can be so easy to just get caught up on the little details just now, or not wanting to waste the time that you have to spend with your friends this summer. And I get it. But realistically, there's always going to be time to spend with your friends. And now's the time to sacrifice your summer, look at the bigger picture, and lock in. You could literally change the rest of your life in the next 65 days. So now's the time to stop making excuses and actually do it. But if you feel like you're stuck in a rut right now and have absolutely no motivation, then you've got to watch this video next. This video has been a little bit of tough love, but come on guys, we've got this.